Okay, two things to keep in mind during pregnancy and following labor and delivery. In this context of labor and delivery, we're going to talk about if your baby has suffered an injury at labor and delivery, namely a traumatic brain injury like HIE. I am a birth injury or birth trauma attorney, and what I do is I help families investigate the cause of their baby's traumatic brain injury at birth, and I look to hold those responsible for causing the injury through financial obligations. Now, with all of that said, I have been doing this for a while, and I've had an opportunity to talk with a lot of mothers and fathers and families about these types of issues. And over the years, there are some things that keep coming up to the top of the list as it pertains to importance. The first one being, and when we're talking about labor and delivery, that is, I know it's simple, I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but it is extremely important. And that is, number one, to be sure to stay up on your prenatal and your doctor's visits. This is so important. One of the main reasons this is important is because those medical professionals are there to help you, and they're there to help the baby. And during this process, this is your opportunity to voice any concerns that you may have going through with your pregnancy. So for example, if there's any indication that maybe, for example, you may be feeling decreased fetal movement, that's something that you really need to speak with your medical professionals about. Or if you have more spotting than usual, again, that's something that you should be able to talk with your medical professionals about. In addition to those types of things, during this process, they're going to be running certain types of tests, and they're going to be doing certain types of examinations to help you get to a good spot for labor and delivery. So that number one is to stay up on your prenatal visits. Another caveat with that too, another little sidebar I want to say, do your research too about the doctors or the medical professionals that you want to use. Be sure to either, look at reviews, or if you're getting this from word of mouth from a friend who may have used this doctor or this clinic before, do your homework. Make sure that this professional, that they are going to be a good fit for you, because this is an important step during this process, and you don't want to just be matched up with anybody. You want to make sure that the person that you're going to, that you've got a good feel for them and they've got a good feel for you and what you have going on. The second one, now this is going to be after the fact. This is post labor and delivery, and this is if the baby has suffered a traumatic brain injury or any type of injury, as a matter of fact. And this is for families who want to wait. They don't want to move. They have questions, but they think that, I'll just put it off. If you have any inkling that your baby's traumatic brain injury or your baby's injury at birth was either caused by the hospital, the nurses, or the doctors, talk to a professional. Talk to a birth injury or a birth trauma attorney. And the reason why I say this is because one of the most hurtful things about my job is when I have families that will contact me or contact my office, and their child, which is now an adult, is 19 years old, 25 years old, and now the family is trying to put the pieces together regarding a traumatic brain injury or regarding something that the doctors or the hospital, the nurses may have done to cause the injury. If you're going to wait that long, it's going to be extremely hard for professionals to be able to assist and to be able to help you. And one of the main reasons being is because trying to find records, medical records going back 20 years or more, it's extremely hard. In addition to that, the individuals who may have been responsible, they may have passed away, or they may not. It may be hard to even find these people. In addition to that, also is, what about memories? Memories tend to fade as time goes on. So that second thing, if you have any inkling or indication that you think someone or something caused your, when by thing I mean the hospital, if you have any inkling of that, call and speak with a medical professional. If you have more questions about this, there's a telephone number down below. What I invite you to do is to go and pick up the phone and call me. I talk with families like yours all the time about these types of critical critical issues. And if you have that inkling, like I said in the video, go ahead and pick up the phone and call. It costs you absolutely nothing to talk with us initially about what you have going on and your baby story. When you call my office and you talk with my secretary about everything, be sure to pick a date and a time for us to be able to call you back in regards to what's going on. So be sure to pick a date and a time. One more thing. I practice law here in the state of Maryland. And I know that this video is on the internet, it's on social media sites, it's on our website, it's on, places on the internet, like I said, and I can't control who is going to contact me. If you contact me and you are not in Maryland, but you are in the United States, but you're just not in Maryland, please understand that we have to use what we call co-counsel or local counsel. In other words, an attorney in your state. And that's something that we can work to help you on, but I just want to make sure that you understand that co-counsel or that local counsel aspect of things if you are not here in the state of Maryland. All right, that's going to be it for today's quick educational video. Again, I'm Marcus Boston, and I'm one of the childbirth injury and medical malpractice attorneys practicing law here in the state of Maryland at Boston Law Group, LLC. We'll talk with you next time. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day.